And now the news by Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes. Sponsored in part by Kentucky Fried Chicken. This is Tarnation TV, and you are watching Talladega Nights, the final race of the season, Brad. My name is Bob Cole, and this is Harry Neal.
Yeah, so I'm going to say, Brad who?
Exactly. Oh, man. Do you want to run a quick video to watch what happened in the first 10 races before the chase started?
Yeah, I think we should. You got some clips of that?
I got some clips. Basically, what I went back and did is I took the winners of the first 10 races, threw some tunes on it, so you get to see how every race finished up for the first 10 races. And that's when the chase started. 2 rounds of playoffs. We're in round number 2 right now, so this is the final race this evening. It's going to be a good one. A champion will be crowned. So here's what happened in the first 10. Well, if you weren't pumped up, I bet you are now, thanks to Shadows on Fire for providing the background music to that thing, starting with Ken Roberts winning race number 1. And did you see that photo finish with Nate and Grant Wesley from that helicopter angle? My, oh my.
Breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking.
That was the closest finish I think we had all year. I think it was 0.01, because I think Nate had him by a headlight. And Grant wins a lot of races. So that was really cool to see Nate Balser win that one in the 079 Van Halen sponsored, can't remember what he drives, Pontiac Citation.
Yeah, that was a heck of a finish. There was a lot of close calls, but yeah, nothing quite like that. Just some all-around awesome racing this season.
Yeah, a lot of good tunes too. So yeah, Shadows on Fire in that trailer.
That's right.
Who was in the beginning there? We had John with the loop, but the main band for this evening would be.
Well, we had Godthorn on there before. That was same guys, or some of the same guys from Day Street Brothel and
Rise of Dissension.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's crazy how all the people I know all kind of just have different bands with the same people. Different styles too. Like Doug is the common denominator in all of those. So the Day Street Brothels he's the guy's in like 5 bands, dude. He's in Day Street Brothel, which is like a rock and roll band. Rise of Dissension, which is the thrash metal band. Godthorn, which we're going to be hearing at the start and at the end. Godthorn's like a doom sludge metal band, so it just keeps getting slower. Thrash is super fast, rock's a little bit slower, and then doom is like, guess how they tune their guitars? Not their basses, their guitars.
Oh, I think they just removed the bottom 5 strings and just leave the G string. The E string.
Drop F.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's just like a loose,
like 5 octaves, I think, off normal tuning, I believe. I can't remember how low F is. I'm not able to go that low on my guitars. They're not long enough because you need like a longer neck.
Only whales and certain kinds of dogs can hear that low of a note.
I think you're right. The low frequency of the drop F tuning. Oh,
you wonder why the whales beast themselves, and it's because someone played that song on land, and then they all flocked to see. They thought, oh, someone's in trouble, and they would no, sorry, we weren't speaking whale. We were just listening to Godthorn.
Now we gotta go back out and push the whales back in the ocean because we wouldn't want anything bad to happen to the whales.
No.
So on screen right now, you've got a list in front of you, the top 5, man. Let it rip. Because we got 5 people here tonight. You can see on your screen right now can win the Shake and Bake season number 2 championship trophy. Thanks to Mr. Craig Hagley for designing that graphic.
That is a nice graphic. It's exactly what you need. It's flashy, but without being too much, and it just gives you all the info. So tonight, in order of car number, we'll keep it the same as last night. We have Mark Paglia driving the number 28. And followed behind him with Denny Carroll in the 41. Denny had put up a heck of a drive last night, and looking forward to seeing what he's going to be able to do tonight. Then Ken Roberts, obviously last night's truck race winner in the number 55. Dan Lovell in the 088, and Dan Lovell in the 388. Greg Lovell in the 088, and I think we got Jeff here knocking on our door.
Always.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good to see y'all again, Blaine and Brad at B&B. I love it. We just went through our drivers meeting and ready to bring Blaine up to introduce the drivers for tonight's race.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
I'm just going to slide you up there, Blaine, so I'm going to slide me first.
Good evening, drivers. Too many to count. Another full race tonight. This should be a good one. The championship race, man. We're looking forward to this. It's going to be fantastic. So with a full field, it's going to be even better. I'd like to just say thanks to everybody for coming out. As always, I'm sure it'll be a treat. And I'll give it back to Jeff.
Thanks, Blaine, and thanks for hanging out for the last 3 months and this season alone. You're doing a great job. We all appreciate it. We watch your broadcast, I'm sure, as soon as we're done racing. So thanks again for what you do for us here at Talladega Nights. We're going to get going. So fans, this is your driver for tonight's final race, Shake and Bake season number 2, to crown a new champion. And the champion from last year is Greg Lovell. So hopefully we can take care of business with that. All right, let's start with the number 0 car.
Pat McCarsky, Brownsburg, Indiana, driving the Talladega Nights Tarnation TV Wounded Warriors 0 Dodge. I'd like to say good luck to everybody tonight. Thanks for all the help throughout the season, and thank the good Lord.
Gary Heiser, number 3 GM Goodrich Chevrolet out of Mount Sterling, Kentucky. God bless each and every one of you.
Number 7, Bobby Farrell, Frederica, Delaware, in the Menards STP Ford Mustang.
00, Kelly Causey from Agricola, Mississippi, driving the ALS Association Chevrolet. Shout out to my wife and kids and my mom.
09, Larry Wyndham, Blue Mountain, Mississippi, driving the the Black Hawk Down Chevrolet. Just want to say hi to everybody and thanks for all the racing, guys.
And driving the number 12, Dale Earnhardt Sr., GM Goodrich Plus 4-score scheme Chevrolet. Here's Gary Slingshot Mingus from Tallahassee, Florida, where if you find a girl here with more than 2 or 3 teeth in her mouth, she's probably spoken for.
Randy Claflin, Cutlerville, Michigan, driver number 20, Miller High Life Ford. Want to give a shout out to Rodney Sullins for such a beautiful paint job on this car. I absolutely love it. It won the first sprint race tonight. So here we go.
Randy Wall from Huntsville, Alabama, driving 21 Alabama Crimson Tide Dodge. Shout out to Corey Waugh, Zach, Debbie, Derek, and Mike. Good luck, everybody.
Greg Palmer, driving out of Lewis, Delaware, driving a 22 Hooters Chevy Camaro. Good luck, guys. Let's keep it clean.
Number 23, Douglas Hewlett, driving out of Plum, Pennsylvania, the Yeti Quisp 23 Toyota Camry. Shout out to my son Nolan down in Pensacola. No, Shreveport. and my daughter Bailey down in Coker. Also my loving wife who allows me to do what I like. Let's go, guys. Have fun.
Billy Elliser, driving the number 26 Coors Light from Lexington, South Carolina. Let's have some fun, guys.
Mark Pagley from Gainesville, Georgia, driving the 28 Wood Brothers Craft Ford, and shout out to the Elliott brothers and Bob Dixon for all they do for us.
Bill Evans, as known as Hemi, driver number 33 Dodge.
Go ahead.
Rodney Sullins, Bentonville, Arkansas, driver of the number 38 Black Rifle Coffee Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. I'd also like to thank the Elliott brothers, all the admins here at Talladega Nights, Blaine and Tarnation TV, and all my teammates at Burnt Screwdrivers Racing.
41 Denny Carroll, driving the Wrangler Chevrolet. I'd like to shout out to my wife, kids, my uncle and aunt in Florida, Uncle Harry.
Driving the 43 STP car, Bob Dixon from Macon, Georgia. I'm the Factoids author.
Tom Dixon, 45 Chevrolet Batman car from Byron, Georgia. Angela, I think you're still watching us when we're still so happy for you, girl. Tracy's my biggest fan. She's over here. Got us tuned in to Tarnation. And thank you, guys. Let's have a good race.
Andrew Miller, driving the 47 Chevy, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Shout out to my dad. Keep pushing through this, man. Jaden, I love you. And Blaine, thank you so much for putting on these streams, man.
Dave Chandry, driving the 51 Chevy out of Dixon, Illinois. Shout out to my two grandsons, Ethan and Owen. Good luck, everybody.
Ken Roberts, number 55, driving the Texas Pete Hot Sauce Chevrolet, painted by Rodney Solins, out of West Bend, Wisconsin. I'd like to say hi to my mom and wife. Good luck, guys.
Hello, everybody. Jeffrey Elliott from Mooresville, North Carolina, driving the number 56 Chevy TWA Airlines new paint scheme. I want to say thanks to all you guys that came out for the last 3 months. What an amazing season we have had. Great fellowship. I appreciate every one of you. Good luck tonight. Let's have a clean race.
Steve Wright, number 61, Shelbyville, Michigan, driving the Chevrolet Mountain Dew Camaro.
Number 63, Keith Bynum, driving the Chevrolet Camaro hubcap anti-car. I just want to say praise the good Lord Jesus Christ for everything that we have and what we do. And I want to say hey to my mom. Hey, Mother.
Amen.
Seth Cole, number 66, Hallmark International Chevrolet Camaro out of Nelliston, New York. Shout out to all my teammates out of Fortnite Squad Racing that are watching here tonight. Good to be back here racing with these guys, and best of luck to the Championship 5 tonight.
Driving the shout out to Adam and Asha.
That was it was kind of hard to hear, audience. That was Outlaw from Canada, driving the number 68.
In 82 Aqua Adventure Superwash Ford, it's Craig Hagley out of Paducah, Kentucky. I want to shout out to my sons Lane and Colton, and a big thank you to everybody that's welcomed me in to come race with everybody. I've had a great time. Thanks, guys.
Number 85, Josh 2 in the Tuck Graphics Josh's Egg Dodge. And I'd like to thank you guys for welcoming me over the last few weeks. It's a great place, and I look forward to racing for a long time.
John Forgione from Bellport, Long Island, New York. Using the Chevrolet, the Ironman Chevrolet tonight, and thank you for inviting me into this series. I appreciate it very much, and good luck, everybody.
Mike Mangialardi, Federal Way, Washington, driving the 029 Ford Mustang. Shout out to my friends at the Rainier Room watching tonight. And a shout out to our admins and the broadcasters. They do a great job. Good luck tonight, everybody.
Brian Lovell, driving the number 043 STP Cooler Chevrolet, Just want to give a shout out to my teammates at Wolfpack Racing, and I wish them good luck wherever they are. And I want to thank all the guys behind the scenes here, working and putting in the time needed for us, to give us a chance to do this. And also, as well, I'd just like to, congratulate the guys in the top 5, and I wish them the best of luck. Have a good race, guys.
This is Ken KD Huntsberry. I'm driving the Yankee Chevrolet, the 066. Again, I'd like to just say how much of a pleasure it is to race with these guys. Did this a long time ago, put her down for a little bit, got back into it, and I still recognize some of the names and the drivers. It's a pleasure to race with these guys. I'm telling you what, they do a fantastic job. Also, too, I'd like to give a big old shout out to my mom today. It's her 85th birthday. Mom, hope you're watching the TV. Wake Dad up, because it's going to get racy.
Nate Balser driving the 079 black Van Halen Chevrolet out of Seattle, Washington. I'd like to give a shout out to Jerry and Kathy, my sister Lisa, my wife and daughters. Thanks for watching.
Greg Lovell driving a number 088 from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, painted by Frank Dibbins. I'd like to thank Blaine and all you guys for what you do, and good luck tonight, guys.
Dan Lovell driving the 388 new paint scheme Eagles car painted by Frank Divins. Just want to give a shout out to the good Lord, my family, all my teammates here. Thank all you guys for what you put on here and all the effort you put into it. Jeffrey and all you guys, and Blaine for the broadcast, all you guys. I just wish all the top 5, including myself, good luck, and let's have a good race, guys.
Stephen Brandstetter, Randolette, Oklahoma, driving the 510 Shake and Bake Board Mustang. I'd like to give a shout out to my wife, Cheryl, and a couple of my friends, Rick and Connie.
John Godfrey driving the 711 LeJoy's Chevy Camaro out of Cornelius, North Carolina. Thanks to Talladega Nights for putting all this together, and Tarnation TV for your excellent broadcasts.
Driving the 712, Bob Seminara out of Daytona Beach, Florida. Driving the Shadows on Fire, Mob's Motors, Bernie's Paints. Shout out to RTG and FRN for all they do. And, of course, Tarnation TV tonight, and Jeffrey and the gang for running this show here. Hope we have a good race tonight.
Got 738 of Matt McIntyre from Evansville, Indiana. Shout out to the Lord. And my teammates from the Fortnite Squad, Dirt Burger Racing, including Seth Cole.
Robert Breedlove driving a 931 Firebirds wood-fired grill Camaro. Well, let's go racing, guys.
Thanks, drivers. Fans, these are our awesome drivers tonight. We are fully stacked. Amazing, guys. Great finish of the season. So, Blaine, there you go, buddy. That's your lineup for the night. Good luck with that.
What a lineup it is, man. Full house. It's going to be great, guys. Thanks, and good luck.
Thank you, Blaine.
Thank you,
Blaine.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Blaine.
Thank you, Blaine.
Thanks, guys.
Matt,
Thanks, Blaine.
Matt McIntyre, you are.
Am I back? Am I back? I think I'm back.
Hey.
We are back. Man, there's
Nobody.
a full house up there, dude. There's 41 guys in this race.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, it is a absolute full house. Thanks all the kind words from the drivers about the excellent broadcast we do. It's cool to hear that. We're catching fire with this thing, buddy.
Hey, just keep lighting those matches and starting more fires. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll keep burning it down if they keep showing up.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's going to be a fun race tonight. A full house, and it's a championship time. Did you get in there and retire your car from qualifying?
Oh, no, that's a good call. I was caught up in all the festivities.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. There's a few new names in there. We got Steve Wright, Matt McIntyre, John Forgione coming back in. He's been here before, but not for a while. Bill Hemi Evans making his return to the track. And thinking of him and his family. But yeah, he's back on the track, I believe, for the first time since all the stuff went down. But
well, good to have him back, of course.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good race. Very, very good race. This is Tarnation TV. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe to the stuff. Also, make sure to check out the description below for links to Tarnation TV and, of course, Talladega Nights. That website there for Talladega Nights. Built, constructed, brick and mortar style from the ground up by Donnie Elliott. Guy does an amazing job making that thing look the way it do. And, of course, Craig Hagley for the artwork. Chris, Jeff, Bob. You know, there's a lot of people that go into making this thing turn. And it is top notch. So like I said, I'll put that graphic back up there. This will be quite the race to watch, man. Yesterday in the truck series, though, eh? Like that was like a really good race, eh?
It was hey, Hoser. Never talk about races. Sorry. Pardon us, we're getting a little Canadian here. Yeah, he came around the corner real fast, eh? And like he got across the line, but man, it was a close race. And then the accident, that wipeout. Ooh, buddy.
Buddy guy. Could you believe that right there, bud?
Right?
It was wild. I mean, there was only 2 yellow flags in that whole race, and that was the second one, right in the last 2 laps or whatever, which basically finalized the race. But yeah, Ken Roberts coming out of that one. And look who's in the championship running again today.
Who's that?
Could be Ken Roberts again. I mean, he qualified. He was in the top 5 of the truck race yesterday, and he won the championship. As you can see there, the graphic on screen shows Ken Roberts there again, driving a car, of course, today.
Yep.
So, again, it's just going to be... Imagine if he could win them both. No.
Yeah, I was going to say, no?
Because this is the first season for the truck race, but this is the second season for the Shake and Bake. So,
okay, so yeah, that would be an early a historic win, yeah, for any kind of league series like that, a new league like that popping up. Back-to-back wins.
2 of their big, the big flagship series. And,
if you're listening, hey, no pressure.
Yeah, really. No pressure, Ken. The 55, Texas Pete. He runs the same sponsor both days.
He seemed pretty cool though, even before the race, after the race, like he's pretty level-headed. I think he's got it like some deep breathing exercises, and then he's got to figure it out. He doesn't stress too much, I don't think.
No, on the screen right here, right now, we've got, I'll get this out of the way before we are done qualifying. We will talk to the 5 drivers in the championship, but right now we've got the broadcasting schedule for the next 2 weeks. Live on Tarnation TV, special events next Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here, same time. The ALS Association, the Team Elmo 200. It's a 200-mile race, which means it's going to be about 78 laps or 77 laps, I believe Kelly said. Because he wanted to run 200 miles.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a long race, which is going to be very, very cool. So get a comfortable chair. And then, of course, the week after that, the 25th of March, happy birthday, Dad. I'll be here broadcasting the team event at Talladega Nights. I'll take Dad to lunch. It won't be dinner this year. But,
I think the shout-out's enough. Like, that's like when you're little and you made your dad a card, and now you're like, hey, Dad, I said happy birthday on the internet. It counts, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm done. That's all I got to do.
You're so thoughtful. You're such a good son.
I know, isn't it? Isn't it great? But that's gonna be a fun race too. The team event. So there's the information on screen. Subscribe to this thing. Click the notifications and come on back. You hear? I hear Jeffrey Elliott pounding on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, the B&B crew. Is it Pat and who again? John? Or is
it was
Donnie
Pat Summerall and John Madden. Now it's Bob Cole and Harry Neal.
I love that. All right,
you don't know those guys. Those guys are hockey announcers.
I do that. I'm all about keep it on the ice thing. All right, here we go. I'm gonna bring Blaine down here real quick. Brad, I'll be right back.
Oh,
cool. We'll talk to some drivers before this thing starts. Are we in? We are in. Good evening, guys. The top 5 is, we're going to scroll through these cars, and Greg Lovell, I guess we're up to 088. You're on screen first again. Any crazy plans tonight? I mean, last night's race was fantastic if anybody was in the truck deal. This bunch of new faces, full house tonight. This should be pretty wild.
Yeah, this should be a really fun race tonight. Well, I don't know, man. There's a lot of cars here tonight, so it's going to be tricky, man. I don't know. Pretty much just do the best I can and stay clean and have good pit stops. Not try to do something crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of different faces in here today too. Familiar faces, but haven't been here in a few weeks, so it's going to be fun to broadcast. That's for sure.
Yep, this should be a real fun race. Good luck to the other 4 guys.
Speaking of the other 4, let's move on to the next one. Have a good race there, Greg. We've got Mark Paglia on the 28.
Yes, sir, Mr. Blaine.
Yeah, the same type of deal. Where'd you qualify this evening?
I qualified 8th.
Oh, right on. So that's a good spot to be. Get up front there and keep everybody behind you.
Yeah, I think all the finalists, the 5 of us, are all in the top 10, right close to each other. So it ought to be interesting.
Right. Any crazy special plans tonight, or just the same as always?
Well, pretty status quo. I just hope I do a respectable job. These other 4 guys are top-notch guys. I feel honored just to be in the top 5 and be able to compete with them. And especially after Ken, sealed the deal for the truck last night. I'm sure he's on a roll. He's got momentum.
Yeah, the momentum for sure. Yeah, and a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill. It's probably a 50-50 split. But anyway, yeah, we'll say good luck with the race, and I'm anxious to get this thing started, so I'm going to be quick with these things.
Got it. All right, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. Do you have any shout-outs you got to throw down?
Not right now.
All right, perfect. Good luck, and we'll move on to Dan in a brand new 388 this week. That thing is awesome. Divins painted that, right?
Yes, sir. He did.
Yeah, it looks fast.
Well, let's hope it is. I'm gonna get out there and try my best. I fell short last year, but I made it to the championship then, and congratulations to Greg last season. But it's a different season, different race. There's a lot of competition up here in these top 5 are some really good drivers, so I'm just hoping for the best. Do want to shout out again, my family, and want to thank Frank for putting me in this sweet ride. Hopefully it'll make it to the end. Just stay safe and be careful out there, and try to not get caught up in anything, and maybe bring home a win tonight.
That'll be awesome, man. Yeah, we're pulling for you. It's going to be a good one. So, yeah, have good luck, and we'll move on to the next one, which will be the 41 of Denny Carroll driving that old school Wrangler paint job again. Got the truck in the car all synced up.
Howdy.
What was the qualifying position for you this evening, sir?
No, I didn't notice that until Mark said something, but all 5 of us are in the top 10.
Yeah, right on. That's good. At least you guys can get up there and show everybody how it's done.
Well, anytime you run Talladega is like a rolling the dice.
Yeah, the good setup and everything else, but at the end of the day, you got to be in the right place at the right time. Do you have any shout-outs you want to throw down? You probably got the whole family watching again.
I see my wife's on there posting. Shout out to my wife, my kids, and my Uncle Eddie right in Florida. He's been watching. So y'all hang in there. We'll try to get you one.
Right on, man. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Blaine. Thank you, Jeff.
Anytime, buddy.
Well, look at that. We got the 55 of Ken Roberts. That thing looks familiar. The truck won yesterday. So you going to do it again tonight, Ken? Do we even need to bother running this race?
Yeah, I think you said about the 50-50 with the luck and stuff. I think it's about 90-10 on the luck side last night. So
yeah, that'll definitely be a fun race tonight. Like I said before, lots of new faces. So yeah, same deal. You're just going to stay up front all night. You led a lot of laps yesterday too.
Yeah, I mean, same plan really as last night. Just try to stay in the front as much as I can. There's some fast cats in here, so I'd like to say congrats to Mark and Greg and Denny and Danny. I mean, that's a pretty good group to be a part of. So I'm pretty honored to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun race to watch, and only one could win. So good luck to all you guys, and we're looking forward to a doozy. It's a full house, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll let you take over from here, Jeff.
Thanks, Blaine. Yes, I think there's 41 in here. I hope it works. So we'll find out when we hit the drive button. But 2 minutes and 40 seconds counting, guys. Congratulations on making the top 5 this season. Been a long 3 months. You guys earned every bit of it. You guys are all winners to me. So may the best man win, and good luck to all you guys. Have fun.
Thanks,
I'm about to roll you guys back up there. It takes me 5 minutes just to do that. But all right, Blaine. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys. We'll be watching. Have a good race.
Thank you, bud.
All right, we are back in the booth. What's going on, buddy? What are you wearing? It's a weird looking shirt.
It's from a store. You don't know it. It's a new shirt store.
One of those shirt stores.
They sell weird shirts like this, but I'd rather not talk about it.
All right, yeah, that's a weird one. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. I might need to go pick me up one of them weird shirt stores.
It's an odd one.
So at the bottom of your screen, you will see the names of the 5 guys we just talked to. They will stay on the bottom of the screen the entire night. The ticker will roll across the top so we can keep an eye on where these guys are. The qualifying order, I didn't really see it. It doesn't really matter. These 5 drivers qualified in the top 10. So what are you going to do, man? That's where they want to be. That's definitely where they want to be, because there is about a half dozen brand new cars out here that haven't been here in a while, or I've never even seen before. So they won't be familiar with how those guys are running.
Oh, so it's a bit of anyone's race any night, but this is going to be an extra curve to look out for.
Yeah, you never know with the style of different drivers, right?
No, there's any number of twists. Could be wild cards. Could be just like me, brand new, only just got a racing wheel last week, and then, well, I don't have one, but that's eventually what it'll be. Like, hey, I'm here to race.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
can you race? Oh, I don't know, but I'm here.
Yeah, better figure it out. That should be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking too about next week. Sorry, we're hopping around a little bit here. I'm just anxious to get this thing started. It is going to be going in less than 10 seconds here, but yeah, definitely tune in to the broadcast in the coming weeks, because it is going to be some solid broadcast and some solid racing going on with the team race and the big event next Saturday, the 18th of March, for Joey Elmo Saint Amant, which is Kelly Causey's friend. He basically put that whole entire race together. Brad and myself are gonna broadcast it. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long one too.
Just it's good to be a part of it, and hopefully, like I say, we'll raise some money, raise some awareness, and just generally do whatever we can. Right? If everyone can just throw in what you got, or 50 cents, $1, 20.
Yeah, there is a donation link in the description below for Joey's family. We are asking that people hold their donations for the actual day of the broadcast.
That's right.
Because then we can see, hopefully, even if 100 people watch it and they all throw in $1, they're going to see that 100 people spike.
It's something, right? So
yeah, and definitely, with no health insurance or however they operate. I don't believe that they did have any health insurance. That
bills and that.
I'm just watching McIntyre do a reverse burnout down the entire front straightaway. That was pretty sweet.
Actually, it wasn't even.
Can I replay? Oh, that's too bad. I was going to replay that. That was wild. Okay, buddy, fire I guess I got to get in the car and retire my car.
That's right.
Oh man, I'm excited for this.
This is going to be the race to be watching tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the place to watch it on Tarnation TV. I've got my video feed set to live, and my car is retired. So let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, live is the key.
Yeah. I don't want to be... well, the other night when my feed cut out on my computer, so I switched to the YouTube feed. So I was reacting to everything that's about 25 seconds behind you.
Oh, nice.
So I was just being quiet and trying to comment. I'm like, if you said something and I'm like, oh, that sounds agreeable. I'm like, I'm doing it blind. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about. About 30 seconds after we finished talking about it. Speaking of YouTube, we've got some chatter in here. Bobby Carroll looking for a number 41 in the winner's circle tonight. That's always good. Frank Divins out there telling gold levels and put my cars in victory. And it's also said it's a beautiful track. So he enjoys the dark, the asphalt surface of Talladega.
That is Frank Divins Sr. Because the guys are talking about Frank Divins being painting their cars for the levels.
So this is the man himself. This is
probably the guy,
the artist,
the guy. Frank Divins himself.
Everybody who's talking about it, it's like, oh yeah, he painted my car. He painted this one, my truck.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good painters like Rodney Sullins, Bernie Mobbs, and Frank Divins, of course. There's a lot of really good painters. And, look at these things. There's cars in real life that don't look this good.
No. That is true.
You think I can get the whole field done?
How much time you got left?
Not much.
You better start.
Let's see who we got here. Ken Roberts, Rodney Sullins, Bob Seminara, Greg Lovell, Bob Dixon, John Forgione, Dan Lovell, Mark Pagula, Denny Carroll, Nate Balzer, Randy Waugh, Robert Breedlove, Larry Wyndham, John Godfrey, Billy Ellisor, Gary Heiser, Brian Lovell, Bill Evans, Kelly Causey, Bill Evans, Greg Palmer, Seth Cole, Kelly Causey again, Craig Hagley, Stephen Brandstetter, Keith Bynum, Doug Hulick, Mr. McIntyre, Matt McIntyre, Josh Chu, Mike Mangialardi, Outlaw, Huntsbury, Wright, McCarskey, Claflin, Elliott, Farrell, Dixon, and Miller. I don't recommend calling out 43 cars when they've already gone around the track.
No.
3/4 of the way.
Especially not at our advanced age.
No, you can see what I did there at the last 10 guys. I just had to go with last names.
You're gonna be requiring a refill on your oxygen tank sooner than later.
Yeah, really.
You keep talking like that.
Do we have actual car audio today?
Hang on, let me turn up my feed on my side and just confirm the audio.
Uh-oh. That is not good. Yellow flag is out. We haven't even gone around once yet. I do not know if that will be a server restart. Usually on broadcast races, they won't refire the server. Not a good way to start the race. Okay, we're now in replay mode.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think I can hear it because I've got mixed from both the live feed and the video in my headset. So, but yeah, if anybody watching at home, if we're having any audio issues, if you're not hearing the car engines or this track sounds, any of that, just let us know in the chat. That's much appreciated.
Yeah, yesterday that was my fault 100% yesterday. I had the actual game audio muted.
It's your fault in so much as that the intern that we recklessly hired, we didn't do enough background checks. He neglected to flip the on switch. And so he was fired immediately. This was rectified. Fired and spanked, publicly spanked, and then fired again. So it won't happen. It won't happen again.
It will not happen again. We don't pay him, so we might as well just keep him here.
Yeah,
you can see that checkup rippled right through the field about 6 rows back before it finally claimed Hemi, Gary, and Greg.
Oh.
And Gary almost held on to it, actually. A bunch of cars banged up. Not a fun way to start the race.
No, certainly not.
I'm just checking the standings there. There's going to be a lot of cars going down pit road. Keith Bynum. We're going to try to keep an eye on Roberts, Paglia, Lovell, Carroll, and Lovell most of the race. So those guys are still up the front. Lovell, Roberts, Paglia still up there. And where's Denny? He's up there too. So those guys are fine. These cars probably going in for new tires for sure because, things were getting a little bit icy out there on the back straightaway. Coming out of turn number 2. The NASCAR official with the stop sign. Nobody even hit him this time.
Well, with that wreck back there, I mean, there was bumping. It didn't look like anybody going too hard to the wall or upside down. Maybe everyone's okay.
It's a possibility. Kent Huntsbury is in the booth right now. Good evening, Mr. Huntsbury.
Hey, what's going on, Blake?
Oh, watching the race. Did you get out of that thing clean, that little tussle back there?
She got a little damage. Had to put the hammer to her. No, I don't think too much of it.
Oh, okay, good. So it wasn't, hammers are never good, but then again, we never know. It's the start of the race. You might as well go out there and let it rip and see what happens, right?
Yeah, roger that. Yep, in qualifying there, I lost second gear.
Oh, wow, in qualifying.
Yep. So hopefully that's out of its way.
Yeah, the random failures that this simulator can produce sometimes, if they're going to happen, qualifying happy hour practice, it's always a good way to do it. Get that out of the way early.
Yeah, for sure on that, for sure. Hey, Blaine, I'd like to thank you, man, for doing that Tarnation TV. That is a hoot, I'm telling you. My parents got a lot of people watching and everything like that. I'd like to say hello to them.
Perfect, yes. Yeah, let it rip, man. You got a list of names? Do it.
Oh, man, I got so many. Man, I got my sister, Robin. I got my nephew, Bop. We call him the Bop Man. My mom, my dad. My dad, he's 87. My mom's 85. I'm driving for her today. It's her birthday. I hope I can put this 66 Yankee Chevy in the winner's circle, but I'll do my best.
Nice. Mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom Huntsbury.
Yeah, she's something else, I'm telling you.
That's cool. Is she watching this thing tonight?
She might not be watching, but when my sister comes over there, she brings her phone along, and they watch it on the phone or rerun and everything. So she'll get a hoot out of that.
Oh, wild. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah, for sure.
So the Yankees car. So now I got we're big hockey fans. So obviously you're a Yankees fan if you're driving a Yankees car.
Oh, yeah. Been one ever since I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Nice. Yeah, our whole family is Boston Bruins. So this year, for the last few years, I mean, how many games have the Bruins lost this year? They've played like 80 games. They've only lost 5.
9 games. 9 games.
Is it 9?
9? Yeah, 9 games, and they are on a tear. As a matter of fact, my wife there, she's a Detroit Red Wing fan, and they made a trade to the Bruins. They got rid of Bertuzzi, and it was like she was not happy with that at all.
Yeah, because it's wild. My brother and my dad especially, they're just rabid Bruins fans. It's a lot of fun watching a game in the same room with those two guys.
Yeah, my wife, she's more of my wife got me turned on to the hockey. That's her guy. She loves that hockey.
Yeah, it's awesome, especially live. It's so much different live. If anybody I don't know about that hockey, just go see a game. Sit 10 rows from the glass in the corner. You'll dig it.
Oh, Roger.
Hey guys, I need to wrap this one up. Try to get somebody down here real quick, but I'll let you finish this up real quick, Wayne.
All right, yeah, Ken. Like I said, good luck today. Keep that thing clean. We'll definitely be watching. And happy birthday, Mom.
All righty. Thank you very much, Airplane. You take care of yourself, and we're going to put a good show on for you tonight.
Awesome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ken Huntsbury driving the 66 New York Yankees car.
Right you are, Bob Cole.
Yeah. Is it a Chevy? I think it's a Chevy. Yeah, it's a Chevy. Chevy Camaro. I bet you that thing's fast. There's not a lot of paint on it because that thing is basically white.
it's just all, yeah, we don't need any stickers or paint weighing us down.
And they opted to go with horizontal lines because vertical lines add wind resistance.
Yeah, well, duh.
Yeah,
and when they say like white is like one of the lightest paint colors for application or something like that too. I think they said about that for airplanes.
Really?
Yeah, it reflects the most amount of light, and I think it's a lighter color, it's less dense paint.
Oh, weird. I didn't know there was science behind that. I just said that. I didn't know I was right.
There's some kind of science behind it, but it's not like I'm speaking loosely off of something that I once heard.
Yeah, right. I try and just pretend you're a smart guy.
Oh yeah, no, I'm acting like I know something, but no, there's a kernel of truth in there. There is something to do with that. It's science related. I can't explain it to you. I can't explain it at all.
Don't bother explaining it to me.
No, but there was something to do with that. Look it up, learn something, or maybe I should look it up and learn something. Let me see.
Maybe you're totally filibustering right now, and everything you said is not true.
That is a possibility too. I've been known to be a BSer once in a while.
Looks like the top 13 cars in this pack did not pit. So they will be running into that 16 to 17 lap fuel window. Denny Carroll with a little bit of flickering there on that top line. That could be a problem. That's an internet issue.
Looks like I'm getting a bit of flickering. Yeah, like almost 3 across. No, maybe not.
Looks like Denny. And Denny is one of the top 5 that can win tonight. If that connection doesn't stabilize, the 41 will be asked to move to the back. He's jittering around a little bit in the corners. He might be asked to pull out a line. Bob Dixon leading the field down the back straightaway. High line forming up there, or middle line, if you should say that. The line on the right. I say high line. Currently focused there on the 26 Coors Light car of Billy Ellisar. Behind him is Matt McIntyre in the 738 car, teammates with Seth Cole. Seth Cole is also here this evening. He drives a 66. Yes, he does. Seth Cole in the 66. Another NASCAR 2003 season broadcaster like Brad.
Oh, really?
You can find him on the old YouTube machine at Flat Out Racing Network. And now that YouTube does the little @ signs.
They do, right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you can tag people now on YouTube. So at Flat Out Racing Network Live. If you want to find Seth, he is really, really good. He's probably one of the best live broadcasters. Another car back there you can see up near the wall had to fall to the back because of lag issues. These guys are running 3 wide right here in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching right now too, and focus in the middle of the pack there, and getting a little bit a little squirrely on the outside wall.
Currently focused on the number 20 Miller High Life car. We heard Randy Claflin in the driver introductions talking about that car. Randy Sullins painted that one. Followed by the 388 painted by Frank Divens. You get to know the painters just as much as you get to know the drivers.
Yeah, I would suppose so.
But really, when you look at these paints, I've seen cars in real life that don't look as good as some of these things.
Well, no, especially when, I mean, not when they're backlit, but yeah, they're lit like this. I'm like, yeah, the attention to detail and the color schemes and the final polish. I'm not sure what it is because I haven't even had a chance to mess around with doing any of the attempting to paint their own cars. It looks like a cool thing to do. You got the template, right? And you've got to just make it work for the car. But yeah, one of these days I'd like to start messing around with that and just start playing with it. But there's obviously, you could see the guys who've been doing it for a long time, and you could tell the care and the amount of art. I mean, it's like a painting effectively, right?
It is. I bought this game brand new in 2003 and started painting on it pretty quick. And free paint program, by the way, if you don't want to buy Photoshop, you can always download GIMP. That is a freebie. I started painting these cars. So then here at Talladega Nights, they run on Mondays. They used to run the Back to the Future series, which was like running the stock mod and running the stock tracks. So I'm like, well, I know I have a paint somewhere. So I went back on an old hard drive and I found a paint job that I did in November of 2003. And it was so garbage, but I didn't change it. I just put it in the game and we raced with it here at Talladega Nights. I'm like, you know what? If we're gonna run a vintage mod, I'm running a vintage 20-year-old paint.
Right. This is where I started.
6 months after the game came out. You know. And I mean, I paint. I don't know if I've painted any cars on this track. Let's see. Is the 510 running my car? 510 a Brandstetter. Yep, that's mine. And the 510, I was shake and bake the blue and red.
Oh, okay.
Mangialardi is running the other one that I painted. That Blackhawk Down 029, the blue and yellow one.
510, I like that color scheme a lot.
Yeah, I like those colors.
Yeah, it's a nice mix. You've been painting cars for a while, and not just for this game, too. I recall that in one of the Forza games.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Forza? You painted a Canucks car. There was an auction house. You could paint cars, and you could create... At the time, were you creating those on PC?
No. You had to use the game to do it.
You were making those with a controller. Yeah. That's like trying to sculpt with boxing gloves on.
Yes.
That's how you...
Because you can't draw. You have to use shapes. You have to stack shapes.
Shapes and cut. Anyways, I remember the stuff that people could make, including yourself, like a perfect looking Vancouver Canucks logo on the car. And then you would sell them in the game for in-game currency, right? You could buy other cars. It was incredible. But yeah, you've been doing this for a while too, right? So it's good seeing some of your cars up there.
Yeah, a couple of guys. And then the team race coming up in a couple of weeks, I painted every single one of those.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's a lot.
So when we run the team race on the 25th of March, if you tune in to watch that, you want to see what my cars look like. Every single car on the track is going to be painted by me. They redid some of the schemes and wanted different number sequences so the drivers knew, because that's the different thing with a team race in this game. The drivers who normally, like you're seeing here, John Forgione driving a 95, he always drives a 95, but if he's in the team race, he's not going to be able to bring his own car in because you want to be color-coded. You know, if he's on the blue team, you want to follow the blue cars. So then we had to restructure how the numbers were done. So like I made a set of blue cars that were 880 to 884. And then there's like the Honda orange ones, Honda Accords are like 400 series. So at least you can find your teammates. If you can't see them, you can still see their name and their number. You know they're part of your squad, right?
Well, that's way easier, right? Especially if you're not racing with people you're super familiar with. I'm assuming they kind of just mix it up. There's no real. Is it kind of randomized for the teams, or do they race with the buddies?
The team at Talladega Nights head office has a formula. They give everybody a grade. So you're not going to have Greg Lovell, Grant Wesley, Bob Simonera all on the same team. Those guys are too good. You know,
Gonna
and they
mix
run
it up.
together. They run together in other leagues together all the time. So they're going to make sure they separate, like Bob and Tom Dixon. They won't. Well, they usually are pretty close to each other on the track. Where in a team race, they probably won't be on the same team because you like to have that variety. They really do like to mix it up.
Okay.
After that first yellow, man, these guys really sorted it out. They just needed that one yellow flag, and now we've been running solid. Nose to tail, front row, we've got Randy Waugh making a push, being pushed by the 931 of Robert Breedlove. Randy going to get a lap led here. Has not led a lap yet. Let's get on the 21 there. That will be a lap led for Randy Waugh on the 21.
Yeah, they're going for 3 in the corner there.
Yep. That's Jeffrey leading that 3 wide. This camera angle will show how close these cars get.
It's incredible.
Pushing each other 6 deep.
Yeah, it's just everyone keep the wheel straight.
Yep, that's it. You got to trust the guy pushing, because if you don't push square, you're going to get turned.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen that happen a couple times throughout the season. Little best intentions, but didn't quite pan out.
Do you want to do a crank it up?
I think we should. Make
So
sure all
crank
the
it
audio
up.
is working.
Sorry?
Make sure all the audio's at home is working.
Yes,
Crank up
yes,
your home
exactly.
theaters. And
So for those who don't know what a crank it up is, we're going to stop talking and I'm going to boost the audio so you can crank up your home entertainment system and blow the wallpaper right off the wall. Have fun. Awesome pack racing here. We're flirting with lap 20. Oh, there they go. I was going to say, lap 20 is coming up. The cars that opted not to pit are going to need to start figuring out how to get down to that yellow line to make their pit stops. And we just saw, I believe it was Bob and Tom Dixon dive off to the pits there. We'll stay with this lead pack because Jeffrey Elliott, who we are focused on right now, is one of those cars, along with Mark Pagula, Robert Breedlove, and Randy Waugh, that need to get to the pits. And the 56, that white and red car, you can see the TWA. He's not in a good spot. He's on the high line, and he needs to get down to the bottom line. He might run out of gas. Larry Windham behind him does not have a pit stop done yet. I wonder how long these guys can go. The fuel window is 17 to 20, but they did have some yellow flag laps, so I'm thinking 22 2 at the latest.
Yeah, I was wondering because we had the caution right at the beginning, and
so they can go farther.
I think I forgot to mention that. So we are on just the one time. There's no fuel multiplier on this one, is what you're saying,
There's
right?
a two times multiplier tonight, so that raises the fuel window to about 17 laps.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry, that's what it was.
Under caution, you'll get a couple laps back for each lap. You save fuel driving slower. There's Bob Dixon and John Forgione. Jeffrey and Larry in the green car there. Just going to basically stay focused on these guys because they do need to get to the pits. This is somebody's going to have to let them down. They can't really lift because they're going to stack that line. I would love to hear the driver audio right now, in-car audio, with these guys hollering at each other. Like, boys, can you make a hole so we can get down there?
Right.
Okay, good. So the 388 allowed Jeffrey to slide down. Larry is still stuck up top in the 9, and we are wrecking. So that is good for those cars that needed to pit. Not so good for the cars. Larry's going to take the penalty. Larry Wyndham in the 09 is going to take a penalty. He's going to need to pit. Because that pit would be closed, but he's running out of fuel, so he's just going to have to do it. Take the penalty. The penalty for pitting in a closed pit and actually taking service is just starting at the back.
Okay, so it's just, you got to get to the front again, which is obviously enough of a penalty in itself, but what can you do if you need fuel?
Yeah. So we got Jeffrey, no pit, Brian Lovell, Randy Waugh. Where is Brian Lovell with no pit? The 043 also did not pit. Find him. I really hope these guys can make it. We're coming around to lap number 25 here. I mean, they're under caution now. They will be saving fuel, but... You know what? I don't know. Where's Jeff? He seemed to fall way out. I believe Jeff is out of gas. I'm going to call Jeff on the radio. One sec.
Oh, no.
Jeffrey Elliott, Tarnation TV Tower. Are you out of gas, sir? He's out of gas. The 388 is pushing the 56 to the pits.
That's teamwork.
You know what you can do? I can get in the car and I can just listen. It sounds like it's running. He might just have the clutch in. That is teamwork, dude. That is awesome. That right there is amazing.
That's what friends are for.
Talladega Nights, ladies and gentlemen. That car was definitely out of fuel.
Brings a tear to your eye.
Unfortunately, we've got some retired cars. Greg Palmer is out with a gearbox issue. Outlaw was forced to retire for an accident. Dave Jandry and Andrew Miller also out. Andrew Miller, another fellow broadcaster there at Top Dragster, on YouTube at Top Dragster 2117. Or just look up Top Dragster NASCAR Racing 2003. So a huge assist by the 388. I'm going to write that down. The 388 pushes. You might have to remember to touch base on that one a little bit later.
That's the that's the helping your fellow man out there, get him across the line, or at least back to the pit. Plus, it's way safer than trying to like pass him a jerry can as you drive him by at 200 miles an hour. Like, here's some gas. You know, he's got to get out and put the gas in, and there's no place for that.
No,
just slow down, help a friend out, and give him a good shove.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm thinking, I got in the cockpit and there was still RPM on the gauge, so the car looked like it might have been running. But it sounded like he was so low on fuel, he probably just wanted to keep the clutch in. and no gas at all. Have somebody push them. And at least if you do need a little bit of throttle to get into your pit box, but don't miss your pit box because you might not have enough gas to back up.
Sorry. Okay. Be on your mark.
Currently focused on Josh 2 in the 85. I love that paint scheme, how simple that is. That's so cool. It's just red, yellow, and blue on the 85. It's a Dodge Challenger.
Take a peek at that one.
Less is more, man. As 2 goes into the pits, he's getting the right side tires. Billy Ellisor in the booth.
Hey, Blaine. What's up, bud?
Oh, man. That was quite the little... what was going on out there on the team speak with the cars that needed to pit? Because there was guys who opted out of that first caution round, and then we're running on fumes on the third, fourth lineup there.
Yeah, I was about to run out of gas myself. There was a couple in front of me that were running out. Had one guy pushing somebody.
Yeah, it looked like Lovell was pushing Jeff. It looked like Jeff actually ran out of gas.
Yeah, a lot of people got out of line by doing that.
So what was your situation? Were they hollering on the radio looking for an assist, or was it pretty quiet, or what?
You couldn't hear anything. Just a bunch of chatter.
Oh, right on.
Just
a lot of noise.
Just take your time going in, piss it off.
That's it, right on. So what's you got lots of fuel now, you got lots of tires. Are you
I'm full up right now.
Perfect. Any damage from any of those wrecks?
Haven't gotten any yet, thank goodness.
Right on. The Coors Light Chevy is nice and clean, as we can see here on live television.
There you go. Yeah, everything's going cool right now.
That's the way to do it, man. That thing looks fast tonight, so hopefully we get it to the end in one piece. And you got any shout-outs you want to throw down to anybody out there?
Just thank everybody for showing up, man. And thank you guys.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. This race is great so far. We got some fuel mileage stuff and some yellow flags thrown in, some wrenches, so it should be a good one.
Yeah, it's a thanking game, buddy, right now.
Yeah, it's going to be, I don't know, it's stressful sometimes. Sometimes I think I'd rather be driving.
Yeah,
be easier.
Yeah.
Only got one car or only a couple cars to worry about, right?
Sitting up here, I got to do math. All right, Billy.
Yeah,
thanks
I love
for,
this kind of racing, man.
Yep,
okay, fellas, y'all
awesome.
take care.
You too.
Thanks, Billy. Good luck the rest of the race.
Yeah, man, thanks.
So the yellow came out. We should go back and see why. I'm going to rewind this. You didn't have a timestamp, did you? I totally forgot to ask you that, dude.
I didn't. No, I got sidetracked in that. And then when you said there was another one coming up for this one, I was still just investigating the first little bump, but it didn't cause the yellow. I think it was because he knocked him in off the track completely. So I guess that's why he spun out. But
we were focused on the out of fuel situation with the 56.
Yeah, then you were watching that. So I hadn't the timestamp on there. Was there?
Okay, I got it. I thought I had it. Back it up. I don't want to kill everybody's eardrums here. So we are in replay. Green light is on. Okay, so it's Nate getting sideways there. I'll back that up to helicopter. Sometimes that's the easiest way to see it. Yeah, it looks like, Bob had to move because John was sort of having to move as well, and everybody just sort of moved in the wrong direction. Unfortunately, Nate looked like he caught that. Head-on collision with Keep Bynum. There's where Andrew's going to retire in the 47. Oh, man, every race Andrew has come out to here at Talladega Nights has been unfortunately forced him to retire. Oh, these cars. Should we do the David Attenborough thing again?
These cars are tangled.
As we see here, these two NASCARs in the wild. A courting relationship as they couple in turn 3 and quickly separate. We now await the 11-month gestation period when we will find a new baby NASCAR here at Talladega Super Speedway.
Oh, man.
Thank you, David.
Thank you for stopping by with that insightful commentary.
Yeah. Just out of nowhere, David Attenborough shows up. Is that dude like the greatest talker ever? Because I'm not.
He could narrate paint drying, I'm sure. I'd tune in for whatever. Like, oh, really?
Yeah, fantastic.
Any other interesting takes on boring matter? I'm like, I'd just like to hear you talk.
He's just one of those guys who's just there like all the time. And I can't remember the name of the guy who did the F1. I think his name was Walker. His last name was Walker or Wright. He just passed away recently the last few years. He's that classic F1 announcer, like Michael Schumacher, Emerson Fittipaldi, that guy.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think I've heard his voice.
I don't even like F1, man, but that dude was such a high intensity announcer, you know.
I was gonna say, I think I remember from like some of the video games where they use, I don't know if they use his voice or like a likeness of his voice, but yeah.
Rubens Barrichello. He would just, the way he would say everybody's name was like so cool.
Just like singing it out.
Yeah. Murray Walker, there it is, top dragster with bringing the pain. So I was right, his name was Walker.
Okay.
In the YouTube chat. Thanks, Andrew. Emerson Fittipaldi, Michael Schumacher. Yeah, he recently passed away. That guy was great. Oh, Mr. Divins gave us a rundown of the cars he's painted. The Texaco 088, the 388 Eagles, and the 043 STP. The levels are his. He's painted for Denny Carroll, but not the Wrangler car, which we are staring at right now. Thanks to everybody in the YouTube chat.
Absolutely.
What do we say on YouTube? Smash the like button. No. If we ever say smash the like button, click the dislike button.
Yeah, and then report us.
Yeah. Instantaneously, yeah.
Remove these guys from the internet.
We do not like your yuckity yuck generic garbage. I mean, people, I just chalk it up to now, like people, ooh, a little door banging there. You watching that?
I saw a little rubbing, how you doing? Little how's your father?
Hewlett and Seminara getting rather close right there.
Who's driving the 33 at the back of the pack there, making a move on the outside?
Who's that car in front? Well, that's Seth Cole. I don't recognize that car because usually he's got teeth in the grill. Seth Cole leading the pack around here to lead a lap. He now has one lap led. A lot of different cars have actually led laps today. Nobody's really dominating this race yet.
It's as always anybody's race, but just at this point, it's just shuffling. And after those pits, everybody's regrouped pretty nicely after, well, I guess coming out of the caution that everyone would have, but there was for a while there, the race was fairly, half of the guys pit here, half there, and it was hard to follow. Just I'm trying to figure out where half anybody is at any time on the track going.
What? Yeah, I mean, when there's 40, what do we got here? Like 41 drivers.
Yeah.
Looks like Keith's doing a little bit of lagging up there too. Some cars having issues with internet today.
Oh no! In the top of the.
Denny's is. Oh yeah, Keith's really bad. I think that might have actually just caused that accident. We'll go back and look at that. These guys are going to have to roll out of the throttle, but they won't do it until the back straightaway. Yellow flag is out. I was just going to go around and look for the top 5, but let's load
top 5 right now. Where are we looking? Danny Carroll, I think, is currently at the top of.
He's the first one, I believe. He's the only one I could see.
Danny Carroll is in 6th place currently, but he is the first place. He's the pack leader for the top 5 tonight. Followed quickly by.
Yeah, you know
Who's
what?
next?
I think I was just looking from that camera angle here. I'm going to go back. Get a look at all these cool cars too. See, I wonder. Bob got spun, and I think it was a little bit of a lag hop. Yeah, it was. You can see from that angle right there. Keith pulled out to the side, but he actually lagged right inside of Bob's car, and that sent Bob into a tailspin. See, and he lagged right into Tom Dixon, but Tom Dixon was totally fine in the Batman car. So it's just that, that split millisecond of like,
where it wasn't, it just ghosted in. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the car will disappear. And
Flip
the
right into him.
Dixons are doing some two-wheel James Bond stuff. Oh, did Gary get by him? I don't know. He clipped him. Oh, man, that was just like so many close calls.
Yeah.
Gary's keeping it. He's on the brakes. Yeah, it's just so many almosts, and then they just connect with each other. That's unfortunate. And that was an internet issue there.
That's, yeah. I mean, it's one thing to have it happen and be your fault, but when it's something out of your hands like that, that would make me insane. Like, oh man, like,
yeah, like
at least if I threw the race, if I goofed up something or got the penalty, yeah, I can control that, but not like just because some tree decided to brush against a telephone line somewhere, and now all of a sudden, or my mom put the microwave on, now she's making popcorn and I can't.
Ma, why are you making popcorn right now? I'm racing.
I'm playing the NASCAR.
And then Mom goes, what can your name be? Aloysius, you need to calm down. I'm just making you some salty popcorn.
Aloysius. Why not? Oh, thanks, Mom, but I need an Ethernet cable. We were talking about that before.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is great as a convenience, and when it works amazing, but it's definitely not the method to be on, right? And I don't know if I'm not saying these guys were on Wi-Fi, just in general.
Yeah, in general, don't do it if you're gaming.
Yeah, if it's important, or if it's, because it works so good right up until it doesn't.
Hey, got YouTube chat there from Andrew Miller. Do you want him to pop up into the booth for a few minutes here and join us?
I think so, yeah.
He had to retire from the race, so we might as well come on in here, Andrew. Fellow broadcaster from Top Dragster. He's still in the TeamSpeak server, and he's watching the live feed, so I've just said that now. It'll take about 20 seconds to hit his ears. If he still hears what we're saying, yeah.
Absolutely.
Come up here for a few and talk racing. 9:31, Robert Breedlove headed down pit road. Currently being scored in first position. Will no longer be in first position. Mr. Miller, good evening.
Hello. I just realized I can join here at my own free will.
Yeah, that's weird. The thing's locked, but apparently the password is not strong enough.
No, as Jeffrey was kind enough to give me the privilege of being able to join in here as a fellow broadcaster.
You have like the
yeah, from when you and I called that one.
Right. You got any big races coming up over there at Top Dragster?
Actually, no.
Oh no way! You called that 4-hour extravaganza for like NCRL or whatever it was.
Wow.
ISRL, yeah, that was the last big one, and and yeah, ever since then I've been just been mostly racing myself. But of course, if anyone out there wants any broadcast done, let me know, and we'll see what we can work out.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. That was a long race. That was a full-length Daytona 500.
It was pretty fun though. I mean, having Seth up there was a huge help, honestly. Having someone from frickin' FRN of all places.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you have when you got that power duo, although then again, I think you got the power duo between you two. I'm just third wheeling it for right now.
Yeah, that was a great. I mean, you have to have two broadcasters in a 4-hour race. I can't imagine your voice being able to hold up for that long.
Oh, I don't know if I would have done it if I couldn't get anybody. I mean, I would have, but there probably would have been like quote unquote commercial breaks in there.
You would have had to do that, yeah.
A word from our sponsors. Yeah,
exactly. But now a word from our sponsors, the water bottle.
Yeah. Me walking to the fridge to get another muffin.
Exactly. Dang it, now I want a muffin.
Or a whole box of muffins. Jeffrey's got the muffins in the 56. That's why he ran out of gas, because he took a break and went to the muffin store.
That's irresponsible.
He did
but
not
I
know the
understand.
Muffin Man.
We should check these five.
I figured, like, hey, last race. Wasn't sure if you wanted a third voice for the rest of this thing.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Yeah, it's maybe not the whole deal, but yeah, it's definitely cool to have you sit up here. I was just gonna go check out, see where these five guys are landing here. Now that we're under yellow, we can actually get some positions. The 55 of Ken Roberts is currently being scored in 8th. Mark Paglia in the 28, currently being scored in 12th. Greg Lovell in the 088 in 20th. Denny Carroll in the 41 in 11th. And the 388 of Dan Lovell in 13th. So yeah, some of them up front and some of them not so much. But that would make Ken Roberts in 8th place the leader of the final 5.
Okay, so a little bit of jockeying. I think he was a close second, right behind Denny for not close second, but it was about like 4 or 5 spots apart, and so obviously closed that gap pretty quick.
Yeah, you can see Denny there. He's 2 rows behind on the inside, and then Roberts has got the outside line. So they are close, and then there's Paglia as well. So those 3 are up the front. All 5 of them qualified in the top 10.
So early, yeah. I'm enjoying the race more than even trying to figure out who's going to win, because based on the last 4 or 5 laps alone, the front pack changed so much so quick that people are shuffling around every which way, right? So this is it's fun to watch just to see them like say, oh yeah, he's going to make a move, and then then the very next lap someone else is already moving on him. So never a dull moment.
Well, if you've got 3 wide going across the stripe, you might be pushing the leader. You might push the guy to win the race, and you'll come in 6th.
Yeah, well, we've seen that a few races ago where there was like that. There was everybody finished within like 2 1,000ths of a second or 3, something like that. It was, and that was from 1st to 6th place was like a 1,000th of a second.
It is, because if you've got 3 wide going across the line and you're pushing the guy who wins, there's technically 5 cars beside you, or like around you. That like, how did I get 6th even though I pushed that guy to the win? I'm like, well, because everybody else besides you just happened to be in front by like a fraction of a it's like a speck of dust.
Yep.
It's wild how these can finish sometimes. You think you win, but you're in 3rd. I love TV1 down to back straightaway. Just watch these guys bumper to bumper bashing each other. I do have a different camera pack installed.
That's right.
Another crash. Bill Hemi Evans is around hard into the wall, and that takes out every single car on the track. So it's been a great race, and thanks for joining us. Everybody is just blowed up.
Everybody except for the front pack here.
Mm-hmm.
We got about a dozen, and unscathed.
It's weird, man. The last 3 weeks tore up. Is it is the 41 tore up? That's not good.
Badly.
Oh. 41 being Denny Carroll. Well, that's that an instant replay. I don't know what Hemi did right there. That was weird. You can see from that angle that Hemi just made a left turn.
Maybe an internet hiccup for a turn like that. Here's hoping. I don't know what else.
It's a possibility. He turned. Yeah, I mean, if you do have a little bit of an internet issue, your spotter could say you're clear. But you could see. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for Denny.
Yeah, because he was racing amazing last night. Racing amazing tonight.
Yeah, that hit too. It's reminiscent, kind of. I hate to say it, but like that Dale Earnhardt accident, because it's a complete hook to the wall.
Oh, so it's
square
all
perpendicular right into the wall. He's probably going to be forced to retire. Because it's what happens when the wheels lock up and then it just slings the car straight up the track, and then the wall's the only thing that's going to stop you.
Yeah, so it was just shoot.
Oh, yep, Denny's gone. He has retired from the race, unfortunately.
Happens to the best of them sometimes, Sam.
Yeah, right place, right time, right? It's just one of those deals. Yeah, I was going to say before, too, we had so many... The last 3 or 4 weeks, actually, the races have been so good. Yesterday, 2 cautions. Last Saturday, 2 cautions. The Friday before that, there was only 1. And now today, we've got 16 laps under yellow. You know, so...
Just the combination of new unfamiliar drivers, or just having a full track too, right? I mean, that could be it in itself. Everyone's inches away, and or just a little bit of A and B, I suppose.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, the first accident, yellow came out there, and then but after that, we had like that 20-lap green flag run where we were actually watching guys run out of gas. So everything seemed to run fine. Oh, there's the 066 of Ken Huntsbury. Happy birthday, Mom. Say happy birthday to Ken's mom.
Yes, absolutely. Happy birthday.
85, I believe, that he said.
85, hey? How about it?
Those gosh darn Yankee yeah. Yankee fans. Those gosh darn Yankee fans. I love all the paint schemes. What's the sponsor on your car there, Andrew? I forgot to check that.
I run Powerade. That particular car, Seth Cole made the base, and then I put on the all the sponsors and everything. But it's kind of been my mainstay throughout my recent career.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I kind of just run. Usually, I just run fictional stuff. Stuff I see in movies, like Red Apple cigarettes and Tarantino's movies and Big Kahuna Burger, stuff like that.
I love it. I gotta see you on track at some point again soon, Blaine.
I was telling that to Jeff. I'm like, man, this is great fun doing the broadcast races, but it's like I'm going to forget how to drive if I don't grab that wheel.
One of these times I'll take over for you and you get out there.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. Get Top Drags here to do a Tarnation TV race, or a Talladega Nights race, and Tarnation TV can take the night off.
Yeah, I'd be down. I haven't done one since that big Daytona 500, so...
oh, no
yeah,
way.
I've been looking forward to doing it again.
Yeah, I kind of like everything about this thing. If you don't race, you broadcast. If you don't broadcast, you race. Sometimes it's easier racing.
There are times where I'm broadcasting a race and I'll be watching and I'm like, man, I wish I was running.
Mm-hmm.
And other times where I'm glad to be in the booth.
Yeah, stay away from it all.
Once in a while.
Just checking my notes here, trying to see.
I do want to apologize if it seemed like I barged in. I just
oh no, it's all good, buddy.
Got a little overexcited.
Yeah, we were talking about these final 5 before, how Grant Wesley has won 2 races in season 2. So is Kelly Causey, but those guys did not qualify for the championship. I think that was crazy. There's guys in the championship that haven't even won a race. Oh, we should check out the other series that these guys are doing. Jeff asked me to update that.
What's happening on the Mondays?
Yeah,
Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that I know about for the Talladega Nights. Mondays, we're merging with Afterburner League.
Yeah.
Afterburner will host races using the CWS 2015 truck mod, and everyone is invited. Server will be open around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that sounds like a bunch of fun. You should probably show up for that. Yeah.
I would, but maybe
I still need to get a wheel. Otherwise, I'd show up and some practice. I need a wheel and some practice and a couple of years, and then I'll show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, I've got great intentions, and hopefully, like everything else, I'll get them done at some point. But on Tuesday nights, Gearhead's Dirt Series by Bob Sire. Race servers open at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard using the 358 Dirt Late Model mod. Is that the dirt track racing? Is that what it was?
Oh, dude, that's a riot, man. You want to sweat playing this game? You gotta, your wheel, my wheel is actually hot, and we only run about 50 laps on a quarter-mile track. But you are working that thing, man.
Right on. I'm probably going to play that with my controller. I don't have that forward arm strength for
exactly,
that.
Yeah. Or turn your force feedback off.
Yeah, exactly. Just I want to put it on like kindergartner, whatever. Just easy, gentle on the corner.
Super gentle mode, yeah.
DWI Aero Series run by Keith Bynum. Same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, using the Aero 88 mod.
Super fun mod, the Aero 88.
Yeah, I'm saying all these things, but I don't know what they mean, so maybe I'm going to find out.
The Aero 88s are a lot of fun. They, how do I shut that off? There it is. That's how I turn it on, and that's how I shut it off. Yeah, the Aero 88s are a riot because that's when they started getting into aerodynamic changes on the body styles of the cars. So they actually look like race cars, not just your dad's Buick.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Speaking of cars your dad has, does he still have that Model T from 1906?
Yeah, it was the 27 Model T that they had, and no, they sold that a while back just because they had no. Yeah, well, they sold the farm, so to speak, and so they had nowhere to really store it. But
27. I got to ride in that thing.
Yeah, right.
I know Andrew's jealous.
Oh, it was a.
I'm trying to not let it show, but dadgummit.
It was crazy, man, because that thing wouldn't start, and then he goes in the garage to get a new battery, and the batteries were wood.
Yeah, with the wood casing on those the old school batteries.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's going on back there? I see a lot of jumping.
The 66 and 56 or 06s, they just bang doors coming out of turn 2.
Golly gee. A bunch of rapscallions down there.
You
we
will
go easy on the we gotta go easy on the language. Goodness gracious me.
Ooh.
Oh, Ray Hulick in the chat, the owner of Afterburner. The server opens at 7 p.m. The Monday Afterburner series.
I'll have to adjust my notes.
Yeah, that might have been me. The server opens at 7. Maybe the race starts at 8. That's probably what that is.
Oh, it was probably you. I was just trying to help you save face, but I'm gonna since you opened up, I'm gonna throw you under the bus.
Yep. Don't blame me.
Kind of friends we are.
Yeah, they run the Camping World Series 2015 trucks over there, much like we do here on Friday nights with the Fast and Furious series. Same mod, so if you already have a paint scheme, that's a bonus. You won't need to paint a new pickup truck.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to getting a wheel and trying some of these mods out.
Somebody should do somebody should do an open wheel series because we got to get some different tracks. Talladega's cool, but
mix it up a little.
Yes.
Or having, or not even mixing it up. Obviously, keep Talladega for the Friday or Saturday nights, however they like it. But yeah, I could see that if they some open wheel, I'd watch dirt track. I think that'd be a
Dirt track's
riot.
awesome. Yeah. Currently focused on Ken Roberts in the 55. He's in third position right now, behind Jeffrey Elliott and Bob Seminara. Paglia right behind him. So Roberts and Paglia are in those final 5. And they are up front, running in third and fourth position.
And we're just a little over the two-thirds mark now. So
yeah, we will need to pit again.
We're going to be getting close.
Yeah, the pit stops will need to happen. They will run out of gas. Most of these guys probably won't take tires. Not really a tire chewing type track with the setup that they have. This is a fixed setup, by the way. Everybody runs the same setup. Some leagues do run open setup. So if you want to add grill tape and change your wedge and track bars, you can, but not here.
No, this is even Steven. Everyone's got, this is skill based 100%. And maybe even would you say having some of the guys having different setups at home will have the full on shifter and the full clutch, 6-speed shifter? You think that would give you an edge over the guys using the wheel with keyboard bindings?
I think those guys are they just race so much that it's worth having a setup like that in your house with like a racing seat and an actual, Paglia looked like he give the 043 a little tap there. But
little checkup. How you doing?
I mean, I used to race with guys who run keyboard.
That
they
seems
race
insane
with
to me.
keyboard. Yeah, but the game has a lot of settings where you can adjust how the keyboard works. It's smoother on your button presses and all that kind of stuff, so it can be done.
I suppose
does it.
Yeah, Seth Cole
really?
does it. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, so you want to see what a keyboard looks like? We'll get on the 66 right now and show you what driving with a keyboard right now.
Oh,
That guy.
he's obviously, it's fine as fine as frog hairs. So in terms of smoothness.
He's stealing the 45 of Tom Dixon's finest frog hair.
That's where, I like that. I haven't heard that in a while. The other night,
Greg's gonna save it. Holy moly!
Look at that flying bee, just like in the movie The Mighty Ducks. That's what we'd like to see.
That was crazy.
Wow.
I want to go to replay mode, but there's 10 laps left, so I'm not going to do that. 11 laps left, I'm not going to do that. That was crazy. That's lap, 46? I'm going to write that down. We'll have to go back and watch that save.
Now that he's hooked up with Dan, I think those two are probably going to be finding their way to the front here any time.
Mm-hmm. And those two guys are racing him on that top 5 for the win, so to win the championship. And they do have the same last name, which means they are related. So they will help each
cousins.
other. I think so. I know there's brothers and cousins. Oh, another one. Ooh, Ken held on to that thing. The New York Yankees got a little bit squirrely there as well. Two really good saves in the last couple laps. Lovell and Huntsbury. Just imagine going 198 miles an hour and all of a sudden you're going sideways and you're able to bring it back without actually spinning out.
Yeah, or needing to change your shorts.
Yeah.
Hey, we are.
I don't know about the latter.
Like, oh, man.
Make sure you use your signals.
This could have all been avoided.
See, they're all in single file right now. I wonder if that'll last.
Who's Jeffrey?
No.
It's always Jeffrey's fault. He's down there on the low line up front.
I mean, isn't Ken Roberts an admin in this? So if he sweeps the championships, wouldn't that make it rigged?
I think so. Oh, there's some more bumping and grinding. Wow, these guys are slamming doors out here.
We would definitely have to check his fuel tank for any additives or some rocket fuel.
Well, I know you were wandering down in the garage area down there on the weekend, and you saw some nefarious shenanigans going on. Some of the guys were modifying their brake lines and their steering columns to put in nitrous and stuff.
Exactly. There were some dangle balls on the windshield, which we know are unofficial and they're illegal. And there were some guys were out there using Saskatchewan goose grease on the axles, which I know for a fact is not legal. Right?
I mean, you can try to keep a straight face on that one. Oh, Seth Cole is around. Is that bringing out a yellow? They're off the racing line.
Seth got into some of that grease.
Right when you said the Saskatchewan goose grease, the green flag stays out.
So they just got off the track then? Is that what that is? I'm still...
The back straightaway is one of those things. If the cars go below the yellow line, the yellow flag will not come out because you're not actually in the racing line. So you're not a danger to anybody on the track. So we are within 10 to go now. If a yellow flag does come out, these guys will race back to the line.
Right. I think these guys might also be able to make it to the end, honestly. Now that
You think so?
And now that wait, when did they go back green? Let me look back on the stream.
I think they needed to pit again. I am in contact with Jeffrey. I can call him on a whisper.
By the looks of it, it's going to be close.
I don't want to bother him right now because he's right up there in that top 5 pack.
Yeah.
Because they generally can go about 18 to 20, and they went green with about a little less than 20 to go, but that doesn't mean that was the lap they pitted on. So I think it's going to be pretty close.
This could get exciting.
I think they'll be okay.
So Ken Roberts currently focused on him.
Holding on to that position. Oh, who's coming out here to make a move?
Man, that'd be wild if Ken could pull off
another Jeffrey.
one. Yep. Yeah. Jeffrey doesn't sit still, man. He's willing to pull the levels to the front or push them, one or the other.
Oh, but they left him hanging.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Paglia is not letting up at all, though. He is right on Ken's bumper.
Bumper, yes.
But... Sorry,
You were going to say ass. It's fine.
I was going to say, I was trying to...
As close as he is to that car.
Trying to get him way closer than any... leave room for Jesus, hey? Come on.
Yeah.
That's what we used to say.
It's a good race, man, because you're right. You have Paglia and Roberts, and they are going for that championship. And look at that. Right behind Kelly Causey in that black and red 0-0, you got the levels coming. So we've got 4 of the 5. Remember, the 5th guy had to retire. Denny Carroll got caught in that wreck and was forced to retire after he unfortunately got turned engine first right into the wall coming out of 3.
Yeah, it was off 4. Now, Blaine, I have a question for you as a fellow driver.
Okay.
So put yourself in the shoes of Kelly Causey right now, being in between, the two guys in front of you are going for the championship, and the 2 guys behind you are going for the championship. You're right in the middle of this. That's got to make you feel like, holy cow! I might have a lot of I have the most influence on this championship than anyone right now.
He does, because if Ken pulls out to pass Bob, which he doesn't need to do, because Ken doesn't need to win a race. He just needs to finish in front of Mark and those other 3 guys. So that is a good question. Kelly and Buckshot Causey in the 0-0s, I'm focused on him right now because he is, like you said, he is between the 4 remaining championship contenders here. So does
in a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, if the levels go, does he want to pull them? Or if the levels go, does he want to let them go by and then push them? Or does he help Paglia pass Roberts? There's a bunch of things that can happen right now. Because like I said, I
would
don't
also
know.
think that if they had to pit, they're probably a pit by now.
I wonder how close they are, though. If they do have to pit, yeah, you would want to go early just to be able to get your speed back up. A fuel mileage race in the championship. And Kelly Causey is separating the final four. I say
You don't think that Causey's going to get out of the way, would you?
No. Bob did. Bob did. Oh my God.
Or did he run out?
Did Bob run out of gas, or did he just move over to let them race?
No, he's accelerating.
Bob
Man,
may have-
I think he might have just done that to let them race.
This is pretty nuts. Okay, Jeffrey's headed to the pits. I wonder if Bob moved
it's
out of the
on.
way to let them race. That's pretty cool. He didn't want to be any. He didn't want to have any part of the altering of the championship run. That's strange for Bob to do that. I thought he definitely would have ran that out, but that's cool. Look at these guys now. Kelly is
here we
all
go.
over the place. Jeez.
Oh, there goes
Guys.
Mark. He's going to go.
Mark, yeah, is going to get shuffled to the end unless somebody picks him up.
Oh,
Lovell's going to pick him up.
no.
No, he's
three.
not. Maybe Doug Hewlett's going to pick him up in the Yeti machine.
I mean, Brian is Greg's brother and probably cousin to Dan as well. So you got to imagine that those guys are probably in it together. White flag, baby.
He's driving like he wants it, man. I gotta.
Yep.
I mean,
white
everyone out there's
flag.
giving, but he's not giving an inch. I'm not. Yeah.
White flag is in the air. We're less
Nice.
than we're about a mile away from the finish. Roberts is in first. The only guy that can really get there is the 088, and he's going to need to make a move now.
He's got a big shove coming here, though. I mean, I think that Danny's going to have to just push his cousin here to try to win this championship. Kens.
Oh.
Ooh, baby.
Rodney. Oh. Big block. Oh, baby.
At the line,
Ken's
where's
gonna
getting
get
the
it.
camera
Oh,
angle? Ken's going to
Causey.
get it. Ken got
Causey
it.
wins it.
Causey wins
Causey
it.
gets
Ken,
the win. What a shuffle.
Ken sweeps the championships.
How is the greatest race of the season the final one with Ken sweeping? Unreal. And
Little
Kelly
bump there.
winning.
Little congratulatory.
What a shove, though, that Dan gave Greg.
That was so close.
Yeah, that was wild.
So how about it? That's 2 championship wins for Ken Roberts. That's a new record for the series, of course.
Oh, it's
and
amazing.
And Kelly's out of gas.
Is he?
Yeah,
Again?
he's. Well, unless he's just letting it coast. Okay, yeah, there he goes.
Looks like somebody blew up there, too. I see black smoke.
well, hopefully he left enough fuel to do some burnouts this time.
Yeah, last time he won, he had no gas left. He couldn't do burnout. He put
You know
it
what?
in reverse and it died on him.
It paid off for him. The strategy did, but we only got about a 4-foot burnout.
Check that out. Line them up, boys.
Hot dog.
Light them up.
Oh, there's a little tag.
Freaking awesome to see. To see the championship race end under green there. That is sick.
Oh, amazing.
Right?
He just flew through the middle of that.
Jeffrey Elliott, what's going on, buddy?
Good evening. Oh my goodness, what a long night. What a crazy finish. What a crazy race. But I'm bringing Bob Dixon down for the factoids first. I like to do the top 5. That's okay. 4 and 5 together as an interview. And then, obviously, the top 3 one at a time, since it's the last race of the season.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan.
So I'll get Mr. Dixon and bring him on down here.
Okay.
I'm going to leave you guys to it here, but thanks for letting me hop in here for the finish of that thing.
Oh, that was a lot of fun, man. That was
Awesome, man.
super awesome. Saving up my replays here. What a finish.
Oh, yeah.
Bob Dixon with the factoids of the night. The floor is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Here comes the factoids, the top 5 fastest laps of the night. And honorable mention is Robert Breedlove. In 5th place was Seth Cole. Seth did a 47.836 second lap. That's 200.184 mile per hour on lap 47. 4th was Greg Lovell. Greg did a 47.787 second lap. That's 200.390 mile per hour, lap 47. 3rd was Dan Lovell. Dan did a 47.759 second lap. That's 200.507 mile per hour, lap 47. 2nd was Matt McIntyre. Matt did a 47.729 second lap. That's 200.633 mile per hour on lap 50. And the fastest lap of the night goes to Bobby Farrell. Bobby did a 47.728 second lap. That's 200.637 on lap 48. And the most laps led was Bob Seminara. Bob led 19. Bob Dixon led 10. Randy Wass 6. Bobby Farrell 5. Ken Roberts 4. Ken Huntsberry 3. Greg Lovell 2. Tom Dixon 2. Pat McCarsky 2. Robert Breedlove 1. Seth Cole 1. Kelly Causey 1. Congrats on his win. And Mark Paglia 1. And that's your factoids of the night.
Well, I think it would have been a shorter list on people who didn't lead any laps. It seems like everybody got a little bit of piece of that pie.
No, not really. That's about 10 or 12 guys.
Oh, I guess, yeah, when we're talking about 42, yeah, I guess it is. That's not that much. Thanks for the factoids, sir.
Yeah, it's 13 guys on the lap sled. All right, you're quite welcome. Thank you so much for hosting tonight, man. It was a great season with you.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Thank you for letting us do it.
All right, Blaine. See ya.
Thanks. Have a good night.
All right.
Whew. Bob Dixon with the factoids. Jeffrey Elliott running out of gas, getting a push to get more gas.
This race had it all.
We'll talk about that later. All right, I'm going to go grab you guys, Dan and Greg.
Sounds like a plan.
A double duel special for 5th and 4th in the final race of this season is Dan Lavelle and Greg Lavelle.
Man, we're watching this. Yeah, we're watching you guys behind Kelly, who's not in the championship, and Kelly is behind Paglia and Roberts, who were in the championship. We were trying to figure out, there's about 6 or 7 different things that could have happened when you've got one car separating the 4 guys remaining in the race, because unfortunately Denny had to retire. But were you guys thinking of a plan to try to make it all happen? Like, what was the thought process?
Well, when Buckshot went low, my thought was to go with him, because if we could have caught Ken in the center lane, you know, with maybe a car with him, we could have passed him and then try to keep him behind us. But it just didn't work that way.
We were kind of banking that they might be a little short on fuel too. So, you know, we were looking at that. But then when it come up to that last lap, I was like, Greg, we got to go.
Well, I really think, in my opinion, I was watching. He obviously threw a block on the outside. You guys had such a good momentum. I think he would have had a nice drag race to the finish.
Yeah, I kind of wished I'd went higher up the track, more up at the wall. But oh well.
I was with you if you would have.
I mean, we came from pretty far back, I was like 17th.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
Yeah, you guys were way back there, but then we watched them like, oh, they're hooking up together, and all of a sudden, wham, you're there in like, 5th and 6th position. It's like, okay, now we've got a show going here. And with Bob Seminara too, we didn't know if he was running out of fuel, but I think he just moved out of the way to let you guys go for it.
He was out of gas.
Oh, was he out of gas?
That's one thing me and Greg have always been pretty good when we hook up together, is working our way up through the field. And yeah, we had some good help. We had people back there pushing us, and things kind of, people were moving in and out of lanes a lot, scaring the crap out of me. But, just dodging and weaving through all that, just picked our way back up there just a little bit short.
Yeah, it's such a great finish to such a great season, man. Like, it's just... And the viewers on the YouTube channel, people are going crazy in the chat. Like, it was a lot of fun on all sides of this thing. It's hard to pay attention to all these screens. And thanks to Andrew too. He hopped up in the booth here and joined us for the last 20 or so laps, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think 3 of us top 4 there were 3 wide at the finish there.
Yeah. Yep. Clean racing and no spinouts or nothing. It was great. It couldn't have ended any better.
Brad.
Man, I thought I was going to wreck Ken. Try over because I was really close to him.
Yeah, it was close. Brad, did you see that? You want to comment on that very close finish?
Oh man, it was something else altogether. Watching that, like, even as I say, I'm still learning a lot about racing because I'm ignorant to much of it, but that was an amazing to watch. Like, of everything I've seen this season, that was by far the most spectacular. And there was several things that played. Was there the fuel? Was who's going to get it? Was it going to stay green? Because could go yellow in the last minute. But what a fantastic finish, and what a push too. Like, honestly, I had no idea until the final. Obviously, the final 50 feet when you see, I think, okay, it looks like Ken's just got it by a bit, but. What a thrilling race to watch and be a part of. So that's about all I have to say for that. But awesome racing, great watching you guys out there. It was a real treat tonight.
Well, you want to know how close it was? From position number 1 to 17 was less than a second.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Like,
it was, that whole front pack was just, from Kelly to 17th, there is less than a second between all those cars.
Yeah, it was close. You were asking me last night, guys, if it was a good idea to bring a new paint scheme. It seemed to have paid off. I got a good finish.
Yeah.
And we've got Frank in the YouTube chat, too. Frank was letting us know all the cars that he painted, so we had your painter was watching.
Guys, this was crazy, Dan and Greg. I don't know if with the broadcasters and put it up to 41, or do we have over 40 drivers and it still worked? But we had some different guys in tonight. It was a packed house. It was crazy out there, but once we get settled in, not too bad. It was some really good 3 wide racing. So I hope the fans enjoyed that. You guys really, really had a great season, Dan and Greg. Greg, you are the season 1 champ, and you got to hand that trophy over to Ken Roberts. He earned every bit of it. But man, what a way for you guys to fight back. I never even seen you, and then the next minute you're there, you're coming, and I was actually rooting for you. So, hey man, there's always next season. You're still a hell of a driver, so you, Dan, and I'm sure you guys will. Greg, you'll probably have that trophy again. But thanks for coming out to Talladega Nights. It's always nice to have you guys out here. So I just want to say thanks again, man.
I was hoping you could be with us there at the end, Jeffrey, where I pushed you into the pits out of fuel. It looked like you ran out again.
No, I actually was going to go out, run out by about a lap. So I decided to get out of the way and let you guys battle up there. And that's the right thing to do. And knowing that, I was really wanting to help Mark Pagula out. I dropped out of that second spot behind Seminar. And I was trying to get back in line behind Mark, but obviously that didn't work. So then I decided just to get it out of the way, let these boys go handle it. So anyways, I'll let you wrap up with Blaine so I can get these other 2 down here. But guys, great season, man. Awesome to have you here as a Talladega Nights family, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, that's, again, fantastic race to watch. If you guys got any shout-outs you want to toss down, let her rip.
Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to BSR, you guys here at Tally Knights, Jeff, Chris, Ken, all you guys. Thanks for the races. Thanks for the season. It was fun. And I'll be going for another one. I'll be back in it.
You know you will, man. There's only one winner, and a lot of cars came out. 57, 58 drivers this season. Hey, man, that's tough, but great season. All right, I'm going to run these two awesome guys. They're good people, too. Blaine and Brad, these guys are really awesome people in this world, so I'm glad that they're over here racing with us. I'm going to run them back up there.
I want to shout out real quick, too, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, go right ahead and do some shout-outs.
Yeah, shout out to my family and the good Lord, of course, and to Greg, good job, good try there, buddy, and cuz, love you, man. Good job, Ken, all you guys that put this together, appreciate all you. Shout out to Frank Divins, putting that sweet ride under me and getting me to the top five finish there, and a battle at the end. It was worth it. It was fun, and I'll be back next season. Next trophy's mine.
Nice.
That's what we like to hear, right? Get that fighting spirit.
Yep. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a good night.
You guys, thank you.
All right, my lovely broadcast Canadian friends. I'm going to bring both of them down. I mean, these are the same pair we had last night, correct? So why don't we just do a dual interview with these? They're best of buds, and here they are.
You bringing Sullins down too, because he got third, or is he gone already?
Oh, let me bring him down separately, and then I'll bring those two champs that swept the weekend. I'll bring Sullins down first.
Cool.
We can probably just skip the whole thing and just do a replay from last night, I think. No one will know.
Yeah, really, exactly. Rodney, how are you, man? What was it like up there? Like, what a one of the best races we've ever had the pleasure of calling it, and you're up there in the front row watching the whole thing happen. So what was it like from your viewpoint, and what was the fuel mileage like?
It was intense. It was really exciting. As far as the fuel mileage goes, that last pit stop we did, I was clutching it for every lap, every chance I could get. Even getting ready to the green flag, I was clutching it all the way to the tri-oval. And I wound up being a lap to the good. When I come out of the pits, I was about one lap short. So we wound up making it. Didn't even fuel light never came on or nothing. But man, that was a great race, huh?
Oh man,
that's one word for it.
Yeah.
The finish was phenomenal because we had unfortunately, Denny and the 41 had to retire, massive engine damage. But the four remaining were right up front. You couldn't have asked for a better, a better outcome. Those guys were going to race it out, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I was working with Ken. Me and him started racing together back in 02, 03 when this game and stuff started coming out, and we both quit racing for about 15 or 16 years. So I've known Ken longer than anybody else in sim racing. So I wanted to try to help him best I could. So I went and pitted when he pit and stuff like that, because I knew everybody else had some teammates with him. So I was going to where, I don't know if y'all picked up on it, but everywhere Ken went, I went. So we kind of got lost in the shuffle there at the end, but got back up to him and wanted to try to help him out. And then funny thing is, it come down to the end of the race there, we were coming that last lap and pushing, come out of turn 4 and watching the guys come up on the outside of us. And I know Ken's going to go up there in front and block them. And Kelly kind of moves up a little bit. Well, I just put my nose back on Kelly's bumper and I'm like, all right, here we go. And I'm like, dang, I didn't even try to win this stupid thing. I just was pushing. But it was good. It was exciting. White knuckle racing there. I know most everybody after the race talked about how they were kind of shaking a little bit and probably needed a cold one to relax a little bit.
Yeah, it gets pretty intense, especially when you have those stakes on the line too. Like, you don't want to wreck one of the guys that are racing for the championship. You don't want to wreck anybody. But yeah, I can imagine how tense that must be. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun to watch. And do you have any shout outs you want to toss around? Like anything else you got to say?
Well, just I want to thank the Elliots, all of them. I think Donnie, Jeffrey, Chris, all the guys with what they do with the website and this. I don't get to come over here and race full time on Friday or Saturday nights, but when I do come, it's usually a good time, and I appreciate what they do here and all the other admins here at Talladega Nights. Thank you guys, Tarnation TV. Enjoy watching these broadcasts. You got some really cool graphics and stuff. I really enjoy that. Thanks to my Burnt Screwdrivers teammates. Enjoy racing with them. Had a good time tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the race. Black Rifle Coffee. If you ain't ever tried it, you need to give it a shot. That is good stuff. Anyway, thank you. Enjoyed it. Y'all have a great night.
Right on. Thanks, Rodney.
Thanks, Rodney. Hey, man, it's always a great pleasure to see you out here racing at Talladega Nights. I just want to say thanks, man. We had a great 3 months of racing just with this series and last night. So it's we're probably a little tired, but we'll be back in. We got some big races coming up the next 2 weeks here with Tarnation TV, and we'll have a week off, and we'll be back at it on I believe on the 6th and 7th. But you know what, Rodney? I might keep you here if you don't mind. I'm going to bring your 2 good friends down here. These both are your teammates, right?
That's correct. And
you go hang out and have a party with them for a few minutes.
That sounds good. Yeah, congratulations to Kelly and Ken.
All right, here I go. I'm going to go get those guys.
Yeah, that might work.
Well, the party is here. So go at it, guys.
You dropped Kelly in the wrong room there, Jeff.
Oh, where'd he go?
YouTube videos. There we go. Now he's in the right spot. Buckshot and Mr. Roberts. So,
how you doing, Blaine?
How's it going?
We didn't think you said you weren't going to win both of these things. You said you ran out of luck yesterday.
Well, I thought so.
Because we were wondering about the fuel thing. Like, so you've got Ken winning the championship twice in both series, and we were waiting for the burnouts, and you guys actually got to do burnouts this time. Because I know, Kelly, you ran out of fuel last time you tried to do a burnout.
Yeah, we got to do dual ones again. That's just like last night. It was kind of deja vu to some degree.
Yeah, it's weird how it happens, where with all those cars and all the stuff that happened in that race, it comes down to the exact same finish, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same finishing order with me and Kelly, but getting to that point was way different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, was your fuel, because it looked like a fuel mileage race for some of these guys, like Rodney was saying too. Nothing too crazy, but it could have been an issue.
Well, for me anyway, Rodney was with me, and we went in, and he said, "Hey, let's pit here. We should be good." So we went in and pitted, and we got back in line there, and we was clutching a lot, and when we got going, I think we were good. We were plus a lap, so it was good to go. So yeah, definitely the right call there.
What about from your angle there, Kelly? Because you were sitting between the 4 remaining guys in the race. You were in the middle.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what we were going to do. I knew Ken, was in the lead, and then all of a sudden Greg was behind me, and then Dan was behind him, and I was like, oh no, I'm right in the middle of the 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And so I was glad it worked out for Ken. It was the Lavells had a real good run, and so I was glad that me and Rodney and John were able to help Ken stay up front.
Yeah, it was. We were running scenarios through our mind of like what's going to happen. Like, is Kelly going to go and the level's going to follow? Are you going to push Mark around Seminara and Roberts? Like, there was all kinds of different things that could have happened. And of course, whatever we predict never happens. But everybody, Mark unfortunately got shuffled out of the mix. I guess Seminara ran out of fuel. I'm like, he didn't just move over to let these guys race this out. Like, he's got to run out of gas.
Yeah, he did say that he was gonna run out, but he didn't say when. and then all of a sudden he just dove low, and then he got on the TeamSpeak and said he was out of gas.
Wow.
So then I think that's when Mark kind of got shuffled out, and then we got to the bottom, and and held on from there.
Yeah, hold on is right, because I was holding on watching that thing. Andrew Miller jumped up in the booth here with us, and we were kind of doing like a 3 broadcaster run of that last 10 laps or so, and it was I don't know, it was the best race of the year.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. We got across the start finish line, and Kelly won and stuff, and congrats Kelly on his win. But I had to call upstairs and have Mama bring me a beer down, calm my nerves down.
Yeah, you need a pint. This is crazy. Yeah, it's funny how a racing simulator can make you sweat, but yeah, I'm sweating just watching it. I can imagine what you guys are doing holding onto those steering wheels. But yeah, so congratulations.
I just took up smoking again.
Yeah, like half an hour ago.
It's just at the end of the race. Come on.
Hey Blaine, I got a question.
Yeah.
If you win 2 championships back to back, does that make you legendary status?
Oh shit.
Jeez,
But
I don't know.
I don't know about that, Blaine, but he does get an extra large coffee mug.
Right. So there's a question. Does he get? He's got to get 2 mugs though, because it's 2 different series.
No, there's different sizes that you can buy, and I'll just give him a double whopper.
Oh,
Nice.
gotcha. Getting the tall lad.
A tall one, like it's like 10 inches to 14 inches tall, so he can put it up on his fireplace mantle or something.
Yeah, that's like a Stein almost at that point, right?
Yeah, and I believe both sponsors were Texas Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, those are. That's Rodney painted them up for me, and I mean, there's some badass. They are badass looking cars. It's some of the best cars he's ever done. He won't admit that, but I'll help him.
It's 10-4.
Is Texas Pete a restaurant?
It's a hot sauce.
Oh, it's a hot sauce. Cool. I guess if I read the whole car, it would probably say hot sauce on there somewhere. You drive too quick though, man. I can't keep up. It's like 199 mile an hour all day long. I'm like, what did it say?
Well, it's on fire too. So.
Right. It's so good to call this race, man. But yeah, like I don't know what left to say. I've done enough talking. Jeff, you got something you want to do?
Yeah, just chime in one more time. I just want to say, guys, thanks for coming out to race at Talladega Nights. It means a lot to me. All this pays off at the end. To me, it really doesn't matter who wins. I just want to have a good platform to race and have good racers here. And we're all at different levels. And Ken and I are working with a lot of guys to bring them up to the next level. It takes time. But then again, we had over 58 people come out, guys, for this season alone. So on Saturday night. So that's a plus. That's awesome. And I want to thank every one of you guys for coming out. Buckshot, you're amazing. Yeah. If you came out in the beginning of every week, you probably taken care of Ken, no problem. I feel it, man.
I don't know about that, man.
Buckshot, he's the man. But anyways, you guys are all awesome. Rodney, you're the legend, man. So thanks for coming out here and helping out your teammates and racing and staying out all this trouble. And had a great season. And on to the next after we got some amazing races coming up here at Talladega Nights. And we're going to do the best job we can for you, Kelly, for your race. And thanks, guys. I'm beat. I'm going to leave. I'm going to let you guys finish it up with Blaine. So thanks for coming out. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff, for all you do. You do a great
thank
job.
you, Jeffrey. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Blaine and Brad, for doing the broadcast. It was always fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's always good to hear. Like I say, it's so much fun to call it. Like I say, maybe you guys heard it before. I'm still learning a lot about racing. Just didn't grow up with it, but I'm really enjoying this. This is one of the first game I installed on my brand new computer. But it's like, you got to get this. So, all right. So I started watching this and playing with my Xbox controller hooked up, and I'm like, oh man, I'm largely terrible. So, but it's a real treat just being part of this community, and it's fun though. Like I say, this race had everything, and spectacular crashes and pushing. You know, when Jeff broke down with the fuel and shoving, and obviously the finale of the race of everything tonight, it just couldn't have asked for a couple better nights of racing, and it's just a lot of fun to watch. So
Well, Brad, if Blaine ever lets you have a night off, maybe you come out here and get behind the wheel of one of these things.
For sure. That's my next purchase. Is I got the computer now, and I got to give the old lady a couple of months to settle down. Then I'm gonna. We're live here. Hey, never mind.
Hey.
I forgot we were live. Holy smokes! Yeah. Hey, babe, I'm just kidding. But I'm still gonna buy that wheel anyways.
I should send you my old Momo. I still got that one in the closet. Or a wing. What is it? The Wingman Formula Force 2. I got one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it's crazy old wheels, man. But yeah, they last forever.
I would like to get up there one night for sure. Definitely, I'll take you up on that some point here down the road. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thanks again, guys. Have yourself a fantastic night. It was an awesome season, an awesome race.
Thanks, Blaine. I'd like to give a shout out to my guys, Rodney and Buckshot, Rocket, and John. Those guys have helped me the whole entire season, and that trophy or coffee cup should have their names on it as well.
If you want it, they got it. I'd be delighted and honored to put those names on there. They're great guys. They're all great. So I think any one of those guys you mentioned can win this thing. A lot of us could, but there's only one winner, and that is Ken Roberts. So congratulations, buddy. Way to sweep the weekend.
Thanks, sir.
Congrats, Ken.
Congrats, Ken, Kelly. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
All right, Blaine. Well, I'm going to run these guys back up there, and thanks a lot for what you do for us here at Tarnation TV. We've come a long way just in a short period of time, and hope we continue.
Yes, we have. Yeah, have a great night, guys. Always fun, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, that'll be a good race, though. Looking forward to that. Nice way to end the season with the ALS race, and then the team race will be the finale of the season. I think that'll be.
Yeah, there's a break after the team race, so don't get too comfortable. We got two more huge events to call.
Right.
That one next week's going to be fantastic. There's going to be a lot of people who've probably never seen this game before, so that's going to be a lot of fun doing the ALS benefit.
Yeah.
I was glad I put the ALS car in Victory Lane today.
Yep.
Nice.
Might as well.
It's a nice lead in there, Kelly.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I just ordered a broom with Kelly's name on it, so I'll be shipping that too.
Sweeping.
Did you spell Causey right? It's Legend.
I thought his last name was Roberts. I gotta get two brooms. Oh, okay.
All right.
Maybe order. All right, guys. Enjoy the weekend, rest of it, and we'll catch you next week.
We'll be here. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Blaine, Brad, Jeff.
All right.
See you guys.
Good
night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Oof.
Oof. All right. I just want to wrap it up. I know you're tired as I am.
I need a muffin.
I hope I got my request in. Audience,
you did.
I'm going to watch this because I asked Mr. Blaine to mention muffin one time because he did that, I think, in race 1 or 2. I thought it was hilarious. But I hope you enjoy this. It's entertainment. It's music. It's racing. It's a family atmosphere here at Talladega Nights, and that's how we just kind of went about it. So it's not, diehard serious like some other leagues, but we want good racing. Don't get me wrong, but it's just a good family here, and enjoy these guys, Blaine and Brad. You guys are kicking some butt. So thank you very much, and I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you next week. And Blaine, I'll be blowing you up all Monday through Friday.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a busy week, man. So we're looking forward to it.
10-4, guys. To have a good Sunday. Spend the time with the wives. Rest up because you're gonna need it. So.
Absolutely. All right. Enjoy your day off as well, or as much as it is a day off.
Yeah, one more day, and I'm back to work like everybody else. All right, guys. Thanks a lot again. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
See you.
Now what?
Well, yeah. No, I don't know. That's now it's time for a nap and
I think so.
Recharge.
Yeah. ReverbNation.com/GodThorn if you want to get on the music that we're playing this evening. Thanks to those guys for letting us use their music. Of course, Chris, Jeff, and Donnie, the Elliott team that run the website and the game servers. Bob Dixon owns the TeamSpeak channels, and all these guys run a fantastic league. It's a lot of fun. Of course, all the drivers did an amazing job tonight. What a awesome race. And thank you, Brad, because it's a lot easier when there's two voices.
Thank you for having me. And also, I'd like to mention the music loops we have running at the beginning is courtesy of Jonathan Berry. Also, some of the other bands you've heard on here, you can check them out on Instagram at Woven Warrior 28. And also Julian Craig, at Julian 198611 on Instagram. But for some of the outro loops and just general rocking tunes that may be going on in the background while we are chatting about racing, chatting with the drivers and the winner circle.
Yeah, I think I'm all out of vocabulary.
Yeah, sound a little bit parched. Probably take about 2 beers. Call me in the morning, and we'll go from there, huh?
That's it. That sounds about right then. Yeah. So I guess that's it. So yeah, definitely join us next week when we are live at the benefit for Joey Elmo Saint Amant, Kelly's friend that passed away from ALS, and that'll be a massive event. So make sure to tune in to Tarnation TV next Saturday, same time, 9:00 p.m. as we do that, and that'll be a whole pile of fun. A lot of different things planned for that race that are still in the works, but are almost done. So if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.
And buckle up.